Good morning, everyone. Today we are discussing about Information Technology Act 2000. Yes, with reference to Information Technology Act, a complete security should be given for the e-commerce platform, e-commerce infrastructure. That's the main objective of IT Act. And we're going to consider its objectives with a list. The first point is about transactions. Yes, we need to identify about the legal transaction, whatever it is taking place, should be recognized. We have to analyze what exactly the transaction is taking place, whether it is comes under the category of acceptance note by the government or not. Then coming to the second point, digital signature for authentication. So in this note, we would like to learn more and more about digital signature where that is being coded by the customer for the purpose of financial transactions. When he's going to buy a product from an e-commerce platform, he's supposed to make the payment through electronic platforms. That electronic platform may be your internet banking, UPI payments. So absolutely, he need to have a digital signature for authentication of the transaction, and we need to protect that. And the third point is about to facilitate the e-filing of documents. Nowadays, government agencies are all associated with electronic facilities where they would like to take up the consideration of e-filing of all the documents so that that will be much easier for the reference in future. As well, e-storage of data. The data what we are gathering by our organization for the purpose of a betterment in the services, in the marketing. So everything supposed to be stored electronically. EFT, electronic fund transfer. Yes, between the banks, we need to make electronic fund transfers which have to get a proper amount of security where our amount should not be lost in between. That's the reason IT Act is taking initiative in terms of protecting EFT activities, giving a legal recognition for the electronic books of accounts. Maybe you people have observed that a huge amount of ledger books entry the bankers they used to maintain for each customer. Nowadays, it is never been accessible. Everything is being availed with electronic, where electronic softwares are getting filled with the data and that can be accessible even by RBI also. So the legal authentication of all the data accounts maintained by the banks will be much easier. And this act has certain scope. The first point is about electronically registered negotiable instruments. Yes, we do have UPI payments, maybe about our debit cards are also to be considered as electronically recognized negotiable instruments that has to be protected. And the second point is about power of attorney. When you are going to look forward into the amount of transactions, around 10% of the transactions in a bank, very easily it is going to get transacted automatically. Maybe our loan EMI transfer, maybe on that particular specific day, automatically the amount will get deducted from your savings bank account and it will be credited to your loan account. Probably electricity bill, on the day bill generated, automatically the amount will be deducted from your account and will be deposited to the concerned authorities. So it is supposed to be secured. That is the second scope of the act. And even with respect to the amount of a trust registered under the Indian Trusts Act. So with reference to this Indian Trust Act, where all the trusts who have registered, they have to maintain the documents safely, where those accounting transactions and financial transactions takes place by the trust should be under the legal consideration. That is one more scope of the Information Technology Act. And the next point is about conveyance for immovable property. Till today, we used to maintain the documentation in the papers where that paper used to get transact, but it's almost like digitalization nowadays, where even if you would like to make a khata for your registered land, yes, e-khata is available, and maybe you can able to make the payment of taxes for that, and that contract can be maintained properly electronically, and that digital activities will be much secured by the Information Technology Act. And even about official gazette documents in the parliament, whatever the discussions are going to take place, finally the decisions supposed to be released to the public through gazette, that is a published format of the final decision taken by the parliament. So all those authenticated documents are completely getting released electronically. That will be much easier for all the general public through the electronic media, through the electronic devices, applications created by the government. Very easily it can be accessible by the public. So today we have discussed about Information Technology Act 2000, its objectives and scope. Thank you to everyone.